Jacob was on a journey, not just any journey, but a journey back home. He had been away for a long time, running from his past, running from his brother Esau. Jacob had tricked Esau out of his birthright and blessing. Now, years later, Jacob was returning home, a mix of fear and hope swirling within him. He knew Esau was powerful, and Jacob had wronged him deeply. Would Esau forgive him, or would Esau seek revenge? The uncertainty weighed heavily on Jacob's heart. He sent messengers ahead, hoping for a peaceful reconciliation. The messengers returned with troubling news. Esau was coming, and he was bringing 400 men with him. Jacob was terrified. He cried out to God, remembering God's promise to be with him. He divided his family and possessions, preparing for the worst, hoping for the best. That night Jacob sent his family across the Jabbok River, staying behind, alone with his fears and his faith. Under the vast, starlit sky, Jacob wrestled, not with a man, but with God. This was no ordinary wrestling match. It was a struggle of the soul. It was a struggle that lasted all night. Jacob fought with all his might, but the opponent was stronger. As the dawn approached, the mysterious wrestler touched Jacob's hip, putting it out of joint. Still, Jacob clung on, refusing to let go until he received a blessing. "Let me go," the wrestler said, "for day is breaking. I will not let you go unless you bless me," Jacob replied, his voice trembling with both exhaustion and determination. The wrestler asked, "What is your name?" "Jacob," he answered. "Your name will no longer be Jacob," the wrestler declared, "but Israel, because you have struggled with God and with humans and have overcome." Jacob, now Israel, had received a new name, a symbol of his transformation. He had faced his fears, his past, and even God himself. He limped away from that encounter forever changed. He had wrestled with God and emerged, not unscathed, but blessed. The rising sun painted the sky with hues of hope as Jacob, now Israel, looked across the river. He saw Esau approaching, not with anger but with open arms. The reunion was tearful, filled with forgiveness and reconciliation. The fear that had haunted Jacob for years melted away, replaced by the peace that comes from facing one's past and receiving God's grace. Jacob's story is our story. We all wrestle with challenges, fears, and uncertainties. We all carry wounds and regrets from our past. But Jacob's encounter reminds us that even in our darkest moments, God is present. The story of Jacob's wrestling match teaches us that it's okay to struggle with God, to ask hard questions, and to seek His blessing. It reminds us that God's grace is sufficient, even in our weakness. Jacob's transformation reminds us that through struggles, we too can experience profound spiritual growth. We can emerge from our own encounters with God, marked by the experience but forever changed, bearing the name Israel, those who have struggled with God and have overcome.